A federal judge has delivered a sharp blow to the prosecution of former FBI Director James Comey, and it could blow open a door to challenge the whole indictment. The judge accuses prosecutors of a disturbing pattern of profound investigative missteps. That's a quote, possibly tainting the whole process against the Trump critic. Well, now the Justice Department is trying to block an order to hand over all grand jury material to Comey's defense team. Joining me now is Zach Schonfeld, courts and legal reporter for thehill.com. Zach, good morning. Help me make sense of this. Judges almost never grant full access to grand jury materials. What does this extraordinary step signal about the court's level of concern over Comey's case and how it was built and how it's being handled?
Good morning, Hannah. I think this ruling shows that the magistrate judge here is very concerned because, as you mentioned, this is not a normal step for a criminal defendant to get access to all the grand jury materials. There had to be a showing from James Comey here that something was out of the ordinary in those grand jury proceedings, those proceedings that happened behind closed doors where prosecutors go to that grand jury and actually sought this indictment of James Comey. Now, we ourselves do not have the transcripts of all of those recordings of those proceedings, but the judge who ruled here has actually read through those. The judge here had seen the transcript. He even has an audio recording of those proceedings, and that is why this is so notable as you read through this ruling and read the concern from the judge. You said the quote a moment ago about these investigative missteps that the judge says he has identified from reading through that transcript.
Yeah, the judge described a disturbing pattern of investigative failures. Which of those findings stand out to you? I know we haven't seen the transcripts, but is this the strongest against the DOJ that you've seen so far?
It certainly is one of the biggest blows to this case that we have seen so far. The judge here pointing out, as you mentioned, a series of missteps, but I will focus on one in particular, actually two in particular, and that is that the judge insinuated that when U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan was before that grand jury, that she made two misstatements of law to grand jurors before they indicted. According to this ruling, the prosecutor at one point seemed to suggest that James Comey may actually have to testify at his criminal trial. Criminal defendants have the constitutional right to not testify. And in fact, a jury, you actually cannot take any negative inference from that when the defendant doesn't testify. And then also in this ruling, it says that Halligan seemed to make another misstatement about telling the grand jury that essentially there would be more evidence down the road when this case eventually gets to trial, and that they don't have to just consider the evidence that prosecutors showed them. So some other things too that the judge is taking aim at, but that's really what's at the core of some of these missteps.
Could that alone be enough to nullify the indictment, Zach?
It could potentially be. You know, obviously we don't know exactly the words that were said, but now James Comey, if this ruling from the magistrate judge is allowed to stand, is going to get access to those materials and is going to be allowed to start making these arguments that the indictment has to be dismissed, because of those missteps. And as you read through the judge's ruling, not saying definitely that this indictment is going to be dismissed, but it's very clear as you read through this ruling that the magistrate judge thinks that these series of steps that happen do have the potential to cause these charges to be dismissed.
Zach, you do a really good job simplifying very complicated cases like this one. I want you to set the stage for what happens now. Comey's team returns to court this week. They say this case is vindictive. They say it's selective. Does this ruling materially strengthen those claims for Comey and his team?
Potentially, that isn't a bit of a separate argument as opposed to this motion, which would specifically be saying that there was some irregularity in the grand jury proceedings. That being said, at this hearing that was already scheduled for this week on vindictive and selective prosecution, I wouldn't be surprised, if it came up and this is discussed. Now, just to talk a little bit about the state of play here. So this was a ruling from the magistrate judge raising these concerns and saying that the grand jury material had to be handed over. But ultimately, now it's going to be up to the federal district judge, Judge Nachmanoff, who's going to oversee the trial proceedings. He has actually temporarily blocked this order until the end of the week. So that'll be really the next step to watch here, is whether the district judge here lets that ruling stand.
All right, I know you will keep an eye on this. And again, thank you for simplifying this for me and so many of our viewers. It's complicated, but it's an important story. Zach Schonfeld, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.